What's up, everyone? All right, well, I'm finishing the morning here up $30,000 on ALF, the leading gapper in the entire US market, squeezing up over 100%. I rode the momentum and locked up just about $30,000, a little over $30,000 in gross profit, but it'll be a little under after fees and commissions are taken out. I'll break it down during the recap. As always, in case you didn't already know, day trading is risky. Most beginner traders lose money. In my experience, trading is not typical. I encourage you to trade in a simulator before you ever put real money on the line. I hope you enjoy the recap. Hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. And oh, hey, reminder, I'm gonna be talking a little bit about our summer school program during the recap. If you want to check it out, come over to warriortrading.com. You'll see lots of resources, learning how to day trade, the best of guides, everything else, terminology pages, lots of content around day trading over at Warrior Trading. And you can also, if you'd like, join us for our summer school program. It's happening right now. I actually have to jump into class in about 1 minute. So summer school is going on right now. We'd love to have you guys join us, and you'll be able to watch over my shoulder in the month of July as I do a new small account challenge. So exciting stuff coming up. Hope to see you guys in class, and I hope you enjoy the recap. Hit that thumbs up if you do. All right, see you tomorrow. All right, everyone, so I'm gonna break down the trades from today, finishing the morning green, 22,000 on ALF in my one account, plus 8,000 in the other, nearly, well, just over $30,000 green on the day. Not bad at all. That's before commissions, and commissions today are gonna be steep, probably about 10% of my profits. I was trading pretty aggressively on ALF, but I only traded one stock. You know, something that I've been talking about and that we'll continue to talk about is, you know, part of the summer school program. As you know, I'm starting a small account challenge in July. So as part of that small account challenge, I'll be focused on trade the best, leave the rest. I do not want to overtrade. I do not want to trade low quality setups, certainly in the first week or so of the small account challenge. Now, I did take a lot of trades today, but I stayed focused on the right type of stock to be trading. So ALF was our leading gapper in the entire market today, the entire stock market of stocks over 50 cents, NASDAQ, NYSE. So I click on ALF here, and you can see our quotes will come up over on the Warrior Trading website. And those of you guys who aren't familiar with our website, we have so many resources on the website. We've got, and you can check out those things, but we've got all of these, best of, pages. We've got tons of terminology pages. We've got this is all super rich with content. So if you ever have questions, you can search right up there. But in any case, so back to quotes. So ALF had some news out at 8 a.m. And, so I thought, okay, we've got a headline on it. But at 8 a.m. or maybe 8:30 when I was sitting down, I said, guys, I'm not really liking anything this morning. Because at that time, ALF was only up about 30%. It was down here below the volume weighted average price. This was around 8:30. It was at like $4.10. So I kind of thought, I don't know. I don't really see anything on that. Leading gapper TRCH, it's got a high float. CLSD, that one has a slightly higher float. It was a little weak. And so I kind of thought, you know what? This might be a no trade day, because I'm not seeing anything on the scanners that's looking good. And then ALF, as we got closer to the open, started to squeeze up. Now, first, it tapped the VWAP. And I saw a couple of you guys said, okay, I'm taking a trade on this off of 410. The low is 398. That's my stop. I'm looking for a test of VWAP. And I was kind of like, I don't know. You're talking about a stock that has a range from the high, which was like 440. It's like a 46-cent range. That's just not a very big range. I don't know that it's really worth getting excited for that. So I just kind of was like, I don't know. So it squeezes up to 46, and then in this candle, it rips up to 80. And it dips down, and on this candle, that's when I said, you know what? All right, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna ride the momentum. And so I bought at 466, 467. And I was looking for the squeeze up to 5. I bought 20,000 shares, and that was over in my main account right here. So in my main account, I bought 20,000 shares. I then added another 5,000 for the break of 5. So I had 25,000 shares at like 470. And then I flipped over in this account. So in this one, I said, I'm just going to hold that and let it work for a little bit. And then in this account, I said, all right, I'm going to start actively trading it. So I started buying the dips, getting little pops. First trade was like $1,500. It was a small trade. And then at the open, we got this nice squeeze. I took my profit off the table in my main account for about $8,000, which is pretty good for 25,000 shares. It's a good trade. And then in this account, I started aggressively buying dips. This is my retirement account, so I started getting a little aggressive on it. Bought the dip down here off of 5. We get a rip here up to 530, 540, a sell-off. And then look at this curl right here, below VWAP, then it rips back up into a halt going up, opens higher, pullback, rips higher up to 630, 640, flat top right here around 638. It breaks it up to 658 and then flushes back down. Then it comes up all the way to the high, taps 680 before pulling back. So, I mean, this really gave some great price action, choppy, I would say, both pre-market, at the open here. We had some false breakouts. It wasn't the cleanest price action that I've ever seen, but I did pretty well on it. And we have 93 million shares of volume. 93 million shares of volume on this right now. So I felt very comfortable getting in and out with 10, 15, 20,000 share positions. No problem at all. Very little slippage. Liquidity was great. And I could have sized up more. I've actually had a cap on each account right now has a cap of 25,000 shares. I set that cap maybe at the end of April or something like that. I don't know, it was a couple months ago. The market was slowing down and I thought, you know what, this isn't the time to be swinging with 40, 50,000 share positions like I felt comfortable in January and February. So I wasn't sizing as aggressively as I could have. For a stock like this, I easily could have been taking 30 or 40 or even 50,000 shares without a problem in terms of slippage, quick fills, and liquidity. So if we see this pattern of really high volume, maybe I will increase that cap to be a little more aggressive. But then on the other hand, there was a stock today, HMG, 275,000 shares of volume. 275,000 shares of volume. That's it. It's got very, very light volume. And this thing went from 14 to 33, back down to 18, is now bouncing back up. It's kind of, doing a little bit of the ORPH type of thing that we saw last week, where the stock went just absolutely bananas from 10 all the way to 80. And it was on very light volume. Now, the problem with those types of moves is that with light volume, it's really hard to accumulate a big position without a lot of slippage, both getting in and getting out. So you start getting a lot of slippage, and then if you get caught in a halt, you can't exit. It could start dropping, and you want to sell, and the next thing you know, you couldn't fill any shares, and it's caught in a halt going down, and you're stuck. So I saw some other things moving today. This HMG certainly made a big move, up almost 200% before pulling back, but I just stayed focused on ALF. I stayed focused on the stock that was the leading gapper in the market, that had the highest relative volume, and that I was already doing well on. And that was absolutely the right move. So, next month, when I start the small account challenge, the trade I took from, right in here, 460, sort of one entry, 460, and then an exit around 510 or whatever, 505. That kind of trade there, that might be my one trade of the day in my small account. And then I can flip over to my big account and trade as much as I want. But with the small account challenge, less is more. So I'll probably, I might take 3 or 4 trades, possibly. I don't know. I might. But most likely I'll be much more conservative. I'll be trading less aggressively when I see a good quality setup, but certainly trading less. So an ALZN just IPO'd, ALZN. IPO right into a halt up on only 33,000 shares of volume. So that's tricky stuff. It's good to see, but I don't think I can really do much with that. I would say a stock like ALF would have been a great one for the small account challenge because the price is low enough that I could have leveraged pretty well. I mean, with a bigger position and you get bigger percentage return. I don't know at its high what it was up, maybe 100%, 110%. So, Yeah, ALF could have been a good one for the small account, but it was a good one for a bigger account too. Yeah, realistically, 25,000 shares of this. So at $4 is like $100,000 in the position. So in terms of total amount of money on the line, not outrageous compared to like a trade on AMC, which if I took one and I didn't, could have easily been $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 if I bought 5,000 shares or something like that. But it's relative, and as you know, of course, trading is risky, and I have a willingness to take a fair amount of risk. But my experience trading is not typical, and my results are not typical. The experience of most beginner traders and even seasoned traders is that of losing money. And I'm sure there are people out there who traded ALF and managed to lose on it. And I know that because that type of thing has happened to me before. I just can't get dialed in. I just start getting bad entries. I go red, then I start getting frustrated, and things sort of go downhill from there. So it's very easy to be on the wrong side of a trade. So practice, practice, practice. And students, we're going to jump into class right here at 11 a.m. We're going to switch over to the live classroom. So I'm going to end my broadcast here. I'm going to bring up the broadcast over in the live classes, and I'm going to, open the room right now. So it's open. So jump on in, and we're going to be continuing here. So chapter 5 of the Warrior Starter class. Chapter 5 is technical analysis. We'll be teaching it today and tomorrow. Chapter 5 will be split into 2 parts. Those on YouTube, if you haven't checked out our summer school program, we'd love to have you check it out. Those who want to tune in for the Small Account Challenge, you would need to be a Warrior Trading student. So you'll be able to jump into summer school anytime you'd like this month here and catch up on classes, the starter and the pro, and then be able to enjoy the Small Account Challenge starting in July. All right, so that's the game plan. And students, I'll see you in 1 minute. I hope you really enjoyed that video, and make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers this year, but we won't get there without your help. So please, please, please hit that subscribe button.